Good morning, boys and girls. All right. So, where we left off last. All right. You guys remember that James had told Peter that the accident wasn't his fault, and it kind of made people feel a little better, and the whole class hugged each other. So it was a kind of big moment in the book. All right, and we're on to Anna. We're going to do Anna and Danielle today. All right. Here we go. Anna, things are working out, sort of. There's been good news for James. Lexi's back to being nice, and Peter's part of our class again. But it's hard to stay positive when Mr. Turp is about to have brain surgery. I get scared when I think about it for too long. And I think about it all the time. That and my mom. Danielle's words crushed me. Remember what Danielle had said to her? That her family would never accept her mother? So that did not make Anna feel too good, right? Danielle's words crushed me. I didn't get mad at her, though. In a way, I felt sorry for her. I know she wants to be my friend, but her family doesn't want that to happen. That's got to be hard. This time, I talked to Mom about it as soon as I got home that day. Mom, Danielle and her family disapproves of you, and that you and Charlie will never be allowed to get married. Whoa, slow down, Anna, Mom said. First of all, Charlie and I aren't looking to get married. Second of all, I know their family disapproves of me. My jaw fell open. Sit down, honey. I sat at the kitchen table across from Mom. She had been looking over the mail and drinking a cup of coffee, cream and sugar, when I burst in on her. Mom explained, Charlie and I went to school together. When I ended up pregnant with you, he didn't treat me kindly, just like everyone else. In fact, one day he got me so mad, I kicked his truck. I put that dent in that door. I could see my mom reliving those painful memories as she spoke. He's actually apologized to me for how he behaved way back then. But why would Charlie say sorry if his family's disappointed of you? I asked. Danielle's parents and grandparents are pretty old fashioned and religious, just like my parents, who couldn't find a way of being accepting of me and my situation all those years ago. They still can't. For a second, I wondered about my mother's mom and dad. I've never met them. Were they really that unforgiving? Where's Danielle's? Where where Danielle's? I'm sorry, were Danielle's. I think Charlie just went along with everyone when we were teenagers, but now he's ready to think for himself. It's always good to make up your own mind, Mom said. So I have Mr. Turk to thank. If it weren't for his accident, Danielle might never have come over. Just like she said, thanks, Mr. Turrupt. But you didn't need to go and get hurt this bad so I could be friends with Danielle. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful, but I'd really like you back now. You're going to get better. Be positive, you taught me that. Maybe Danielle and Charlie will be able to change their family's opinion of us, I said. I'm going to be positive. Mr. Turp would want that. Danielle. I know what it's like to have people gang up on you. Being big, I learned real quick it stinks. I never thought I'd do that to someone else, but I did. I didn't even realize it. Peter must have felt that no one in the whole wide world liked him. I see it now, but I didn't see it when it was happening, when it mattered most. Not until James and Luke made me open my eyes. Selfishness caused me to be blind. I only thought about how bad I felt. I'm not saying I would have done anything different had I seen it earlier. I'm just glad it changed for all of us. Luke told us that Mr. Turp's going to have brain surgery. All the girls started crying when he told us that, and the boys didn't make fun of us for it, not like every other time. Luke kept talking. He told us about Mr. Turp's wrestling and concussions and it not being all Peter's fault. It was an accident, a real honest accident with lots of us to blame. Luke said that Peter threw the snowball because of him, but he wasn't the only one who got Peter mad that day. Others of us started confessing. I prayed to God to cleanse us all. I hugged everybody at James's party. I was sorry for him so much, but really sorry for Peter. Even though we all told him it wasn't just his fault, I think he still felt it was. I felt bad for Anna, too. I hope she wasn't mad at me after what I had told her. I wanted us to still be friends. I also wondered what Charlie's intentions were towards her mother. So I asked him. I found Charlie out in the barn early one morning before school. He was sitting next to one of the cows and pulling her teat to get her started for milking. "Morning, sunshine," he said. "What brings you out here?" "I wanted to know why you went to see Terry Adams," I said. "Ah, to share a good cup of coffee with a fine woman," he said, "and to ask for her forgiveness for the way I treated her when we were in school." Charlie slipped the machine onto the cow's udders and got her milking. "Good girl," he said, patting the cow. Then he walked over to the next one, squatted down, and started the process over. "Do you think Anna and her mom are bad influences on me?" I asked. "Nope, but I don't think you should try to change Grandma's or Mom's opinions on that score." "Are you going to see Terry again?" "I'd like to," Charlie said. He stood and moved to the next cow. Charlie had 4 machines, so he could milk 4 cows at the same time. He did the milking every morning and night. "Then are you going to try and change their opinions?" "Nope. I see no reason to start a family war." "You shouldn't either," he said. "That's easy for you to say because you could just drive yourself over there whenever you want. Sooner or later, my teacher won't be in the hospital any longer. He'll either be back or in the ground. And I won't have any reason to go over to Anna's house. I want to be friends with her and her mother. I like them." Charlie stopped what he was doing and looked at me. "Let's cross that bridge when we come to it," he said. "And let's continue to pray that for that teacher of yours. Do you think he'll make it through the surgery?" "I don't know," Charlie said. "I wish I could tell you, but I only know animals." He walked over to me and wrapped his arm around me, giving me a little squeeze. "It's time for you to catch the bus. Go on. Have a good day at school, sunshine." He made me smile a little. I hoped I didn't smell too much like the barn. And that will leave us for today. Till tomorrow. We start with Jeffrey. Take care.